This is Virtual Worlds by Emily Barnable. A virtual world is an interactive, simulated setting which can be accessed by multiple users through an online boundary. Virtual worlds can be referred to as digital worlds, simulated worlds, or MMOGs. Virtual worlds can be utilized in a multitude of other ways, including branding for companies, educational purposes, medical therapy, and military training. When a person enters into a virtual world, they are represented by an avatar. Some avatars can be made in the likeness of the user, and some avatars are just used to represent the user in the virtual world. There are 6 features in which all virtual worlds have in common: shared space, graphical user interface, immediacy, interactivity, persistence, and socialization or community. Shared space allows many participants to use the world at a single time, as well as being able to virtually see the other participants. Graphical user interface describes a virtual, spatial step-up of the world. The style of virtual worlds ranges from 2D in nature, which is cartoon images, to mentally stimulating 3D surroundings. Immediacy pertains to the communication between the participants of the virtual worlds taking place in actual real time. Interactivity of the world supplies users with the ability to change, expand, manufacture, or propose tailored content. The ability for the virtual world continues to exist and function whether or not an individual is logged into the certain world is persistence. Socialization or community encourages the participants within the world to engage in the constructing of teams, clubs, groups, and recruiting housemates or even building neighborhoods. After being launched in June 2003, Second Life has become one of the most well-known virtual worlds. Users have the ability to create a list of friends and join those friends into groups and communicate with these other avatars through chat or instant messaging. The users of Second Life have the option of purchasing with real money, with its own type of money, Linden dollars, and a foreign exchange referred to as Lindex. There are virtual stores within Second Life that one can purchase shoes or phones for the avatar. Advertisers within these virtual worlds practice their store layout, product placement, and product testing. A less obvious field which has recently grasped the attention of virtual reality realm is wayfinding. The simulated spatial information learned through the simulated virtual world can be transferred into real life, which can be utilized for military training. Soldiers can virtually familiarize themselves with the unknown territories in safe environments. With practice of simulated areas, soldiers have the chance to improve upon their navigation skills as well as implementing real-life maneuvers so that they can grow more accustomed and confident in the battlefield. The lessons learned within virtual worlds can be translated to the actual world, especially the advancement of environment wayfinding. Researchers have demonstrated such when they displayed the layout of school buildings virtually to students with physical disabilities to allow them to memorize the building as an ease to navigating it in the real world, which shows the transfer of spatial awareness from a building to real-life world equivalent. Young adults with autism are growing more accustomed with the hardships of the reality of life through the use of fantasy worlds. At the Dallas for Brain Health in the University of Texas, researchers are applying virtual reality training to patients diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. Those who have this form of autism lack the capacity to read nonverbal cues and adapt successfully to the changes in the environment. The smallest tasks in life become overwhelming and nearly impossible to accomplish. In hopes of the patients gaining more social freedoms, researchers have constructed virtual worlds for them to practice their skills in a safe environment. The surroundings of the virtual world, which are set up for the Asperger patients, are representative of everyday life. Through these similar environments, the patients gain a sense of security whereby they can meet and incorporate their social skills during interaction with new people virtually. In 2002, Electronic Arts contracted a multi-million-dollar agreement with McDonald's to insert burgers into Sims. Although this brought a great deal of business to the company, the addition of the commercials angered players who began to resent the infringement of the advertisers. In the home or online version of Sims 2, the users of the game will be able to buy Stuff Pack, which allows the participants to decorate their virtual homes with IKEA furniture. There has been past contracts with H&M, a popular clothing retailer, to allow virtual users to purchase a disc filled with H&M clothing for their avatars. Game companies are campaigning to sell advertising space and time in games, which will include billboards or strategically placed throughout the virtual environment. Just as advertisements are sold on television, the online virtual world ad space is purchased across networks of games for specific time periods. Thank you for listening, and these are my references.